There we go. Sign that we're live. Okay. So, Jamie said that we should try a few other color combinations, not necessarily just blue and green. I totally get that. So let's put them all in one folder, like so. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna copy it into different palette options. We can do 3 palettes. Because just between 2, it's hard to decide. I mean, it's hard to get it right with just 2 tries. We're gonna do 3. So, the only things that are written decided already, the colors, are the skin and the hair color. So, and things like the paper, and I guess the buckle, if it's metal. So everything else is malleable, I'd say. So I'm gonna merge these, merge this, merge this. I'm gonna go one by one. No, let's start with the right one. Let's see. Actually, color margin, a little. If I click turned off, applies to connected pixels only. So now if I do this, oops, yeah, I guess it should be there. It'll change across the whole thing, all of the same color. It's still not problem is the little bits, but this is good for trying out different palettes. Not red, but maybe red. Let's try red. I mean, it doesn't work right now because everything else is I want to keep this one green. Let's try a different one, though, like a brighter one. One is gonna be a little crazier. The one in the middle I'll do is more browns, more traditional ones. I wanna go crazy on one of them. I changed the boots as well, I didn't even notice. So the pants look like dark. And the shirt also changed. I don't think I want to change. So let's try the middle one now. Merge this. Same thing. So first I'm gonna start with the brown, obviously. I'm gonna go brighter now for the trims here, these edges. And the pants, I want to go a little bit darker. I don't know why I like darker pants. Darker than the chest. It usually works for me. a dark chest with lighter pants doesn't make sense in my head. I don't know why. But now I think we should change the cloak. Since they're different for each one, this one should also be different. So I'm thinking like a shade of, I guess, red. Like so. Let's see. More colors. I like the middle one best. But now it's not really clear that the cloak is supposed to be algae, is it? I like this one. Can I just paint the... Yeah, there we go. This one. Screw it. Yeah, maybe it could start out as brown at the top. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Hang on. Said it doesn't really make sense to go dark to light. I don't know, top to bottom, I usually go light to dark. This time here, my head, it's sounding pretty cool. Just try it out. Oops, it's too big. Refresh. Like it. I like the middle one the best. I'm gonna save just to be sure. It's the one I'm gonna use to shade. I gotta pick one to shade. I mean the shading is just gonna be interchangeable, so I gotta pick one. No, I'm gonna do the other one. Because this, if you really pay attention, it's all leaky. There's a bunch of like missing spots. This is more for a palette check. So I'm gonna shade this one that is good. You can just work on the fourth later. Oops. Just gonna mark this so I know. This, we can merge this. Okay. Now, what do we do first? Create a new layer, clip it on the coloring layer, and set it to multiply. Then we bring a bluish black a bluish, dark, really dark gray. Fill it up, then we lower the opacity. We want, hang on, turn these off for now. We want the appearance. Actually, I'm gonna give the background a blue tone. We want the appearance that the character is in shadow, like fully in shadow. So glow dodge, we just gonna add light. So the light is coming from this direction. And it's illuminating the ground here. We'll work on the projected shadow later. Not really, I mean, Jamie doesn't even like these backgrounds that I do, it's fine. I just do this for my own reference, so that I don't have to check which side the light is coming from every time, because I keep doing this, so I might get the side wrong. This helps me. So, you know, since the character is in shadow now, we just gotta paint the light. Add one more layer, set it to low dodge. Then we bring it, since the shadow is cold, we want the light to be warm. So now I just, like, I do an airbrush really strongly in a few spots. We want the 100% saturation on a few spots, just to see what the light is going to look like. It's always going to be like overexposed like this. So now we just bring it down until it's acceptable. Like, what do we want the brightest part to look like? There's a little bit of a smudge there, that's because I used the pen. So yeah, this is as bright as I want the light to be. I could bring it up a little bit, but that's good. Just as bright, not like all of it is not going to be that bright, but I don't want it to go past this amount of brightness, you know? So now we just come in with the airbrush and we light up the subject. And an airbrush and the soft eraser. That's all I'm going to use for now. Okay, hang on. Yeah. So the light is coming from there. It would illuminate their face here. One that I picked. So now even if I use black, I use black or use white or vice versa here, it's always going to give me the same result. It's because I changed the range of the layer here. So that way I can avoid having to pick the same color for the light. Just set like every pixel in this layer to be this exact same color. All you're gonna do is change the opacity. So that just, you know, saves you some time having to go back and forth. And besides, if I want to change the color of the light, I can just change it there. I don't have to color pick and use the brush anymore. Just change the whole layer at once. It's a little stiff because the whole layer is one color, but I really like working like this. And besides, if I want different colors, I can either create another layer later, or I can rasterize this one and then start adding more colors. So, just gotta know what the tools do. Just gotta know what options you have. You don't have to do things the same way every time, but knowing that you can do this is really good. Find this spot on her neck, I think. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, in the ear. Here. We're gonna highlight those ridges to really emphasize the shape. Side, of course, like so. Side of the ridge. Okay, so this side is in shadow. You might think we're losing out on a bunch of detail, losing out on a bunch of information on this side, but that is because light this side with a different light, not this one. For now, we just wanna just want to light up the subject from this specific color, from this specific size, from this specific light. It's more of a dramatic lighting. It's not a. That's why I like. That's why I like this type of approach instead of. I used to, and I can't teach my cousin this. I tried. He kind of rejects it. But I used to draw like him. I used to, because we learn on paper, we draw from light to dark. So the drawing is completely in light, right? Absolute white. And then you darken it until you find the contrast that you want. That is way too hard. When you're digital, digital. It's way easier to build the light instead of build the shadows. So you start from the darkest point and then adding light. Everything works really well, especially when you take advantage of layer types like blend modes. Like I'm using right now is glow dodge, and this is really good. Like you look at this book, it's in shadow, right? And just with the airbrush and just airbrush, you swipe and boom, it's in light. Let's say there's a light beam on the book. Just do this. And it's lit. If I were to draw around, like I started from from light, or from it not having any shadows, and then I wanted to draw the shadow around it to build that effect, it would be so freaking hard. It's way easier to just draw the light. I think it was Mark Brunet on YouTube that taught me this. I have that video bookmarked because it's so good. I really, whenever I teach people about this, I tell them, Mark Brunet, go watch him on YouTube. That guy is really good. And I take stuff from a bunch of YouTubers. One that was still my favorite is Marco Bucci. The problem with Marco Bucci is that for months now, maybe over a year, he's been talking only about Blender stuff. Like 3D painting. I don't want to paint 3D. Just give me principles of art. I don't want to use Blender to draw 3D. I wonder how many people are using these tutorials. There's always some people, but I don't think it's helping that many people, because the way he started his channel like that, he'd be great. But now, so many of us are expecting normal painting videos from just the time he started. Every time he uploads, it's just a letdown, because I think, okay, Marco Bucci, great, and then it's a Blender video. Nothing against Blender, but I'm not gonna use it, so I don't even watch it anymore. But he has crazy good videos. So many good principles that I learned from there. Or not even learned. I think just understood. Because I've been drawing for so long, and I've been taught a bunch of things that I didn't know that I didn't understand. When someone explains it to you in a different way and you finally understand it, is when you realize, hey, I didn't get this before. Huh. You know? I hate that, because it will finally sink in, you know? You'd be like, oh, so that's how you do it, you know? That's what that means. Ambient occlusion is now just one of the steps that I take while painting. I paint the light, then afterwards I give a few passes of ambient occlusion at the end. Maybe not at the end, but towards the end. It takes a few passes because it's one of the trickier ones to get right. This hair is going to be tricky, I think, because I want to convey also the texture. I don't know if it should be wet. It's seaweed. It's supposed to look like seaweed. Let's look at what seaweed looks like. Underwater, come on. Well, just looks like leaves and stuff. Huh. I think I should emphasize the fact. Hang on. Yeah, it should look more like leaves. I think mine look a little too much like dreadlocks. I think I gotta show that it's like a leaf each. Thank you for following. I just saw that. So more like a leaf instead of just like frizzy hair. It kind of looks like it's just frizzy now. How do I show that it's a leaf? I guess I should just like, render out each a lock, sort of like those Guild Wars characters. There's a Guild Wars 2 race that is like a plant race, and they have like their hairs are leaves, or it could be like a big mushroom cap. But I don't think they have line work on the art, so I don't know if it'll help me at all. I think in my situation, I just render it out a little bit more. And try different colors. I think just the one solid pink is odd. If you look at seaweed, the colors vary a little bit for each clump, so like different tones of green or brown. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Try different tones with the pink here. And let's turn this off for a second. Oops. Normal eraser. I'm gonna try to render out. If I render out a couple of leaves, just loose leaves, I think it'll help communicate what the rest is. Like so. It better. I mean, I don't know if it looks more like leaves or not, but I do dig the look. So just finish line work, and then we'll try adding different tones of pink. or purple. It's actually supposed to be purple. Very cool. It is sort of purple, but it's too pink. I even forgot it was supposed to be purple. I mean, to be fair, the description says purplish. Pink is purplish. How can you just say purplish? Purplish means nothing. Unless you add something else. Like, if it's purplish green, it's one thing. A purplish orange is another one. I don't even know if those are even possible. But just purplish doesn't make sense. It's just purple. There we go. I think that looks way more like leaves. And it's more interesting. Even if it doesn't look more like leaves, I think it looks more interesting. The other one was a little under-rendered. Definitely. Just gotta fix the colors now. Actually, green. Go. Boom. What's this? Let's try different shades. More towards the purple. Add them sporadically here. Like so. Digging this. Looks cooler. More interesting. Way more interesting. Cool. We need this color. Just one color one side. Where's the close gap? 3. The shadow layer and the light layer, and we don't have to check the color of the light. It's always going to be the exact one. Okay, how do we light this? I foresee trouble. Foresee a lot of work. Work is trouble. Sure, I want the light to convey underwater. It kind of looks underwatery at the hair level. I'm just gonna spread the light a little bit like so. In fact, how about that? Let me try that. Hang on. Let's try that. Select this. Light. Different parts. I'm always trying new stuff. I've never done this for hair before. It feels like something I should have worked. Huh. It kind of does. shadow some color. I'll add, no, I think I will add just a cast shadow here. Softer. Then we will and here obviously. I'll have to come back and cast shadows with a proper shadow layer. The Ambient Occlusion I mentioned before. So I'll take care of that. Hopefully, if I remember. Sometimes I forget little details like that. So I just gotta trust myself to it. Since we have different light source, just to demonstrate, and this one will have to be put the background is not, so it makes sense. The other one like so, yeah. That lit up anyway. Oh, let me just... Oops. The darkest part. Brighter than this green. There we go. Just for now. Kind of helps make it softer and change the color of the line work to something other than pure black. Kind of helps. Although it being green is not a good idea, let's just change it to a really dark brown. Lower the opacity. There we go. something weird now. I don't want to light the body with this light. It's not supposed to hit it. It's not supposed to be hitting it. In fact, I'm going to cover this one a little bit more. The main light is sort of coming from behind the dark. So everything in front of you, damn, sorry. the telescope is a little too hidden. It's fine, I think. I think I can represent it better with the secondary light. click if I add okay, we're gonna do this on the fly. Where's the studio mode?
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Where is it?
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has left the tower.
Discovery Houston, trans to ATO.
It's weird because every time I need it, every time I didn't need it, it was always there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
This pisses me off. Anyway. Hang on. I give up. Okay, hang on. I forgot to lower the music before. I gotta remember to lower it later. So if I click here, this is a much better be right back screen because it still shows what's going on. I will be right back. remembered to lower the volume. I think this is good. I don't know. Okay. Back. So. Back to coloring. Light. Okay, so we're doing the light. Uh-oh. This hair is awesome. I really dig the way it looks. I will use this again in the future. Just got a new skill. That's why I like to think of drawing as a... Oh, hi there. Thank you for the hearts, I guess. I was saying that I like to think of drawing as like a game, you know, like an RPG. So as you train, as you gain experience, literally, I can't talk and eat at the same time. I'll say this, then I'll eat. As you gain experience, you learn different skills. So there's a bunch of things I learned recently that I couldn't do before, and then now are just insanely easy. A bunch of things I can't draw now that are insanely easy now. That took a lot of XP to unlock. That's why you gotta grind when you're an artist. You gotta grind, and you know, if you compare it, if you compare the grind to an RPG, it's not that bad. So it's not that tedious, because I like grinding in video games. It's not as fun when it's a skill like drawing, or let's say playing an instrument. But you know, if you compare it to a video game, it might become way easier to tolerate the grind. It's just, I think the problem is trusting that it's making a difference, because you don't really see the difference. It's kind of like working out. You work out once, you work out twice, 3 times, you don't see results, you give up, you know, you lose motivation. You don't trust that it'll eventually happen. So I guess you really gotta like the process. That's why we keep playing video games. For one, I mean, we know that the progress is gonna come eventually. But 2, it's fun. So even if you're not seeing results now, we're having fun. It's just about making the grind fun. I find it a lot of fun, and I always have. Learning how to draw is not really work to me. Even drawing things that I can't draw. I mean, there aren't many things that I can't draw nowadays, so just trying to think back when I couldn't draw stuff, it wasn't a pain to draw. Even when you don't get it 100% the way you want it to, it's not a pain to draw. That's how you evolve. You find something that you like to do even when you do it poorly, and you do it until you're good at it. It's that easy. It's that simple. I gotta change this shadow. I just thought about it. I changed the light direction a little bit, and now this cast shadow doesn't make complete sense. Because it's more towards the top now. It was behind him. Behind them. But now it's a little bit more towards the top, so there shouldn't be a projected shadow on the book. And besides, we can light this arm a little bit with this light. I guess like that. That's enough, right? I'm lost. I have competing light positions here. Don't know where the light is anymore. So, yeah. I think a little more here. Huh. Yeah, now I can, now that I changed the light, we can light this side. At least starting here. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'll just make the light really soft. It's fine. Like this. Okay. I think for now I can stop adding this light. I'm probably gonna have to come back to it later, do more, because you know there's always more. There's more light to add, of course. But I kind of want to block in at least the other light source, just to get a little bit of a sense of how it'll look. Yeah, okay. So now we add the other light source. So this one will be coming from below here, which is great because most of the things that were not lit by the one coming from the top will now be lit by this one. So in fact, I think I'm gonna turn this one off entirely so it doesn't distract us. Just gotta start painting in the light as if it's the first one. I've heard people say that you can only have one main light and then the other ones have to be weaker. I don't like that kind of rule. Rules are bad because, at least to me, they're bad because they make me feel like that's what I should do every time, and it's not really true. I mean, maybe if you tell me most of the times there should be one main light and then the others are weaker or lighter, in this case darker, okay, I understand, but the way they put it, I don't remember who taught me this. You know, it was like a rule, and rules suck. Because after every time I learn a rule, it takes me too long to unlearn it. After a long time using it, I realize, hey, I don't have to do this. I've been doing this wrong. Or maybe not wrong, but suboptimally. It's a much better way to go about it. Just turn this on just to see. Still working fine. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna give this light a little more color. It's a little too white. Just want to see what it looks like with more color. More orange. Yeah, that's not good. It's not good. It's kind of good. Okay. Okay, just keep it like that for a while. Just for now. We'll see. Because I think the combination of light colors is important. Well, like they have to mesh well. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, lighting this this bag here is gonna be tricky. I think I'm gonna have to change the type of layer. In fact, let me just change the type of layer, just see what happens. Ooh, I kind of like this. Kind of like add glow a little more. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with add glow. What about this one? This one, it makes things chalky. Maybe for the main light, it should still be glow dodge, and then just because this is more of a rim light, it doesn't matter if it's chalky. You see how milky it is? It kind of taints the other colors. So for a rim light, that is a good aspect. But for the main light, like that hits the face of the character and most of the things, it's not very good. So yeah, I'm gonna redo this because these two blend modes are so different in the way you have to go about it that I kind of have to redo it. Lowering the opacity is not gonna help. But this is way easier. You know, glow dodge is kind of volatile and finicky. Add glow, on the other hand, is like more absolute. So you see, you kind of know what it's gonna look like. Glow dodge, you kind of have to do a pass. You see what it looks like. You keep going until you're satisfied. Add glow is more absolute. It'll look the same on top of every color. So the blue is gonna be the same. Like in this case, it's blue, but you know what I'm saying. And I think it's just for brighter colors, right? It's add. So I'm assuming it makes things brighter. I'm not sure. Let's see if I add black. Oh. Yeah, black doesn't show. So probably darker than the color that is already down. Doesn't show. Probably, I don't know. Any light hitting this eye? I'm not sure. I think this part of the nose, yeah. Every time I light this with the secondary light, I feel like it gives the drawing a lot of realism. It gives it a lot of depth. You can feel the 3D. So I always go for that. Much better. Let's turn this back on. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'll probably change the color of the main light. It's a little too yellow. We'll figure it out. This one, I think I'm just gonna go around the edges of everything. So we just wanna draw the volume here. Not trying to, I don't know, color it in, light it up very much. Just trying to show the volume. How about this? if the character is in like too much darkness afterwards, we can just tweak that. That's the cool thing about this method as well. We can change just by changing the opacity of each layer. We can change how strong each light is or how dark the shadows are. You know, I don't think I should light this at all. Maybe just a little. Is that too much silly? I guess so. Just leave it. Maybe the top one? I don't know why I want to light this. Just leave it alone. What happened? Oh. Wait. Ah, it's auto-saving. Just gotta wait a few seconds. Actually, by the way, I'm recording a time lapse. This is so annoying. I keep forgetting to turn it off. It makes the files huge. Now I'm saving. I'm excited to do the shimmer on the skin. I have a few ideas. I have a texture here for I think I have a texture. I remember downloading a texture from Clip Studio Assets store. And I think it's gonna come in handy. We'll see if it's here or if I'm misremembering. Sometimes I think I downloaded something and it's not there. It's often enough for me to doubt it. Let's see. No light there. That's not place to add light. Maybe this side. Under the shoe? No, unless they were standing on like a light bulb. Not gonna be any light under it. That's ambient occlusion part. Keep forgetting that this water brush that I'm using is just, it doesn't have any ink, doesn't have any paint. So I gotta use the airbrush first and then the watercolor to just drag it around. I mean, I like it. It's just that I spent a little time using the other one, and I keep forgetting now that I gotta first add the paint. I like this because it's way more controlled than you know, because if there's no paint, I can reduce it. You know, like if I turn this off, you see that there's paint here where I painted it. If I want to remove it, I can keep doing this and it'll pull the paint off, right? If I want to add more, I can just do the airbrush. But with the other brush that I was using, was this one, if I want to remove it, I can't remove it. It's always adding more. So I gotta come in with the eraser and erase it off. It's better to just use this one with no paint. And then if I want to add paint, I just come in with the airbrush and add. I find that way easier to control. Way easier. If you don't want paint, you don't add paint. With the other brush, you're gonna add paint. It's good for other stuff, but not for building light latex like this. I gotta remember to change tools. I keep using the same tool because it's selected. I have the other one. Just change it. Just use the good one. Keep forgetting. Okay, this is important. Add this light on these edges. I don't think I can add it to many of them. This one. Because it's one of the only ways to show volume on this part here. Let's see. Yeah, you see it's a little bit flat on the main color, on the main light. So I gotta use this other light to build the volume a little bit. Just a little. Color margin 1, expand 3. Just want to do. Uh-oh, go back. Expand 2. That's better. Really lightly on this side. There we go. Same for this one. Expand 2. Select that. Oops, it's too big. On this side. Just to give a little bit of contrast. This one is already lit this color, so we don't have to stress. This side, I don't think we this light will affect. Although I want to add a little bit of rim light here. I'm not sure. Turn this off real quick. Not sure. Okay, we gotta project some shadows here as well from the hand. It's pretty good. Keep forgetting. Wrong brush. Uh-oh, this is too much. Okay. Gonna just show the volume here a little bit. More of an like ambient light. That's a little too much. But I feel like I haven't shown any light here, any volume here. And it's missing. If I do this, that's good. Yeah. This part here is not going to be any light. It's going to be just shadows. I got to work on that. The light is coming from this side. Let's keep going. Add light here. Here. Light here. I want to add some cast shadow a little bit. Yeah, I kind of want to do the cast shadows now. No, not the cast shadows. The ambient occlusion. I think it'll help. Like, because it's a little too soft. It needs like more contrast. So I'm gonna add that. But I think I'm gonna add it under the light colors, so under the light layers. Oh, by the way, this, there we go. Oops. Is it multiply? It is. So we, oh, right. Yeah, maybe it should be above all the layers. Yeah, there's no need for it to be clipped. At least not right now. Turn this off just a second. There we go. See how it pops from like it. This is one thing. This is really, it's cartoonish. It's flat. Now, boom. There's a different. There's depth. Oh, it's a huge difference. Oops. I just want to darken this part up without getting on the arm. Getting any of this on the arm. Is that possible? There we go. It's that simple. Now, we just want to darken the spots where no light will reach. So like the crevices, the places two things touch. So more or less places there are two things touch, but really places that are hidden away, you know? So like the inside of this part, I mean, maybe this part that we see has a little bit of light, but like it's a gradient from like pure black back there. Just imagine like this thing is going under into a pure black place because there's no light under there. So we just add a little gradient to show, hey, this is where you're going, and then pure black, you know? So it's just a way of thinking about it, and it really helps. At least helps me to like visualize and figure out where the ambient occlusion is. So like this is a perfect example. As you go into like deeper and deeper into the roll here, it'll get darker and darker, right? If you look into it, you'll probably see at the end it'll just be pure black. So you show that. I mean, right at the edge here, there's a little bit of light hitting it, but towards the center, towards the bottom, it's gonna get darker. So you just do a little gradient showing that difference, you know, that change. Super easy. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. I mean, if you show any change at all, it's visible enough for it to look 3D, you know? And that's kind of the trick about drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to do something, and the brain kind of fills in the gaps. The brain wants it to make sense. So if you just give it a little bit of help, it'll get there. You don't have to be perfect. There, you know, it's hard to get it wrong. You know? When you know like the simple rules, it's kind of hard to get it wrong, really. Like if I got this gradient wrong, I don't see how I could get this gradient wrong. I just do a gradient here. It doesn't matter how dark or light or where it starts, where it ends. Just do a gradient and the brain will accept that. It'll look like what it's supposed to look. So that's what I learned. Don't worry about it that much. Like I was talking about the lighting and the position of the lighting and where things would be lit and things would be in shadow. I pondered about it a little bit. I want to do a good job, of course, so I have to think and, you know, experiment a little bit. But that's also really hard to get wrong. Let's say some of these lights are wrong, like in the wrong position. If like they're contradicting each other. So like, let's say this light on the face and this light on the arm, they might not be perfectly aligned, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, the brain will accept the mistakes. It accepts it, looks at it, and it builds the picture. You don't have to get it 100% perfect. I say that because I used to worry about that a lot. I used to worry about what is correct, you know, in the picture, and spend a lot of time, like what I'm doing here now in the shadows. I used to spend a lot of time looking at it and seeing if they all lined up correctly, like pointing towards like the like behind exactly where they were supposed to be. Eventually I realized, hey, this doesn't matter. It does not matter. I think I realized it because like some of the best art I've ever seen, and famous art, really popular artists, I used to notice little mistakes, you know, like the shadows things. And then I realized, hey, this person made a mistake here, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I noticed it because I was just paying attention, and I looked. It's no big deal. It doesn't take away from the picture. I just noticed. It wasn't like glaring or ruined the picture. No, just happened to notice. Then I noticed more, and then I realized it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's actually better, I'd say. It's better to leave them there. Maybe not better, but it's the same. There's no point in... Nobody can tell that it's perfect. If you spend a year measuring your lights and shadows just to make them perfect, nobody will notice. You know, you spent a year measuring those lights and shadows. Meanwhile, another artist in that year made 50 different cool paintings, all with tiny, insignificant mistakes. Who do you think produced more, had an advantage? It's silly to worry about that. So I don't anymore. It's one of the things that I had to unlearn. Maybe not unlearn, I didn't learn that from anyone. It's just, I guess, just a habit that I had to unlearn. It wasn't a rule. It's good to do things correctly, but don't worry about it too much. Just finish it. Nowadays I can finish a bunch of paintings, but I used to be like my cousin. Spent weeks on one drawing. Nobody cared. It's better to produce more stuff with tiny mistakes. Just finish it. Finished is better than perfect. You'll never get it perfect anyway. Okay, I think that's enough shadows. The problem with shadows is
Problem with selecting, I gotta remember to turn off the light layer when I do the wand. See? Get these weird non-selection spots. Okay, let's try to do the shimmering on the skin now. I'm really excited and I'm curious to see what it'll look like. Okay, so I'm gonna save it real quick just to be sure we won't lose anything. Gotta save as often as possible. If I pull to the side here, these are all the stuff that I downloaded from the Clip Studio Asset Store. And is there anything here? It looks like a pattern of scales. Should be closer to here. Oh, the curls. Yeah, I'm gonna use that later for the other character. There. I think it's this thing. Maybe it's already here. Hang on. I gotta put them in one place. Clothing. What is that? Nope, that's not it. What is this? A zipper? Lacing. Gauze? Nope. Alright, let's just drag it. Drag this. No, not this one. This one line work. There we go. Okay, so it's scaly. I don't think they don't mention a scaly skin. So I don't want it to be like I don't know, too pronounced. So here's what I'm gonna do. Turn this off. What is it? Color 20, no, 18. Okay. Okay, this the size is good. Actually, I'm gonna separate it. So that it's easier to do. Oops. How am I gonna line these up? Is that even possible? Do another layer. Another layer. There we go. Is it even possible to line these up? I don't think so. I'll tell you what. I just gotta do this. Done. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea because I don't even want I don't even want it to be perfect anyway. It's kind of like it shows, it depends on the light, you know, like a holographic thing. So depending on the light you see. Yeah. Okay, so give me another layer. Let's add a, maybe not in the face. Yeah, not in the face. Or maybe bigger scales on the face. I'll do just a little bit of scales on the cheek like that, hinting that there are scales on the face. Maybe not. Does it look bad? Huh. I kinda like it. It kinda works for me. Okay. Merge down, created another one. We want it's cool to vary the size, so their scales are a little bigger now than on the arm, on the face. So I think that makes it more interesting. Just make it disconnected. Actually, yeah, leave it connected on the legs. I think that looks cool. Save. Let's just make sure to save. Merge down. I want filter blur. Oops, actually. Yeah, let's put it all the way up here. Filter blur. Filter blur. Gaussian blur. I'm gonna save one of these layers just in case I mess it up and I want to redo it. Merge them together. Okay, now here's the trick. I'm gonna do glow. See? So, you know, it changes based on the color. It changes based on the light. So we can, it looks like metallic, not metallic, but I don't know. Looks more interesting. At least. I don't know what it looks like. It's holographic, you know? Shiny. I kind of like it. I think that's it. I mean, anything else that I add will be, I'd say, superfluous. It's not really. Oops, what did I do? Just scroll down. Anything that else that I add is not necessary. I mean, I can keep rendering for hours here. I think I've reached a point, the point of diminishing returns, basically. I've added everything that I wanted to add, so you know, I could keep rendering it, but it is what it is. Let me just add more light here that I think I forgot. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I guess that's finally it for today in terms of stream. I will definitely be back next Wednesday. Hopefully Jamie schedules me again to stream. I love streaming. It's fun and I love drawing these guys. So if there's anyone watching, thank you for watching and I will see you next Wednesday.